Shit, can I open a window?
No. Those don't work. And, I don't like opening them up.
Oh my God, there was a face in the fridge. Y'all saw that. Hey, what's going on? It's your boy Syntell with the Intel, and I have an interesting view that I'm going to watch today. Dahmer. It's been a lot of interesting conversations being held with it. Some people love it. I'm hearing the acting is really good. Some people can't watch it because it brings back some traumatic issues or something. I've heard the word trauma porn be used regarding this, that you have to have like a pretty strong stomach in order to get through all of it. You know, it's one of those situations where it's like, I need to find out for myself. Unfortunately, it will be just me on this one due to, you know, a lot of those particular reasons as well. So I'm curious. I'm sure you may be curious as well. And we'll get through this curiosity together. I'm excited. The only thing I know about Dahmer, I know he's a serial killer. I know he was eating dudes. And that's about it. That's about as deep as it gets. So Netflix this thing has been like #1 for the past couple of weeks. #1 with a bullet. You know, it's people love it. So let's dig in and figure out what all the hubbub's about. Hey, go ahead and give me that thumbs up if you haven't already, because that's how the people know you're digging what I'm giving you. Let's get started. Thanks, Netflix. I hope. I think this film's gonna be all right, man. I'm not too concerned. I got a pretty good stomach for stuff like this. There's a lot of noise going on in her place. That's got to be annoying if it's late at night. All right, I think that's is that Niecy Nash? I think that's who that is. What is that sound? Oh, that's coming from her vent. I wonder if she's like next door to Dahmer. Red cups, beer cans, and bloody mechanical knives. And if I remember right, like in the 90s, I don't think DNA evidence was as big of a deal. I may be wrong though. I could be wrong on that. Damn. Word, Dahmer, you crushing it like that? Just death everywhere. Dead fish, dead beer cans, dead bodies.
They all caught it and died, and I'll clean it out this weekend.
He ain't even concerned, just like, whatever. Club 219. Yo, that was a jam back in the day.
In case you hadn't noticed. He bought me a beer too. Last time I was in here, just last week.
Oh, that's his spot. He like gay black men. Okay. Like I don't really know a whole lot about the history of Dahmer. I didn't know if he's pretending to be gay or if he is gay, but that's news to me.
All right. Sure. Bitch, you crazy.
Bitch, my landlord jacked up the rent. So what the fuck? Don't see all
He gonna have to kill him immediately because his room smells like death.
I want them bothering us.
Here we are.
Oh man, your spidey sense should be tingling.
Shit, can I open a window?
No. Those don't work. And, I don't like opening them up.
Oh my God, there was a face in the fridge. Y'all saw that. Like, he ain't even got like proper planning. This
Like
bloody
photos?
blood everywhere, heads in the fridge. He ain't even trying to sneak with the, just straight up, just, damn.
Drink it.
Yo, like, yo spidey sense ain't tingling?
In the bedroom.
Okay, we'll go turn it on.
I want to show you around first. With these guys.
Oh my God. This is going to be one of them series I'm going to be screaming at the TV, huh?
Stop. Help! Stop yelling. Stop it. Ah!
Come on, man. Oh, this is,
Oh, it's where the air conditioner is, okay? You just go in there.
How does he think this, him explaining this is going to make this easier? Yo, I was like, the back of my head is just screaming, like, take that lamp and crack him in the head. But I know it's one of those things, like, unless you in that situation or familiar with that situation or have been trained to handle that situation, you don't really know how you're going to act.
On the bed.
There's blood stains on the bed, y'all. There's blood everywhere, man. Yo, there's no... There's no way you're gonna put the knife down and it just be all good.
Just stop.
Yeah, yes, man. That's exactly what you think that is. Yes. Damn. I mean, if the guy's bigger, faster, stronger than you, it does put you in a messed up position, right? I think I'm gonna get that knife.
I think you're gonna like it.
Oh, I know you gotta do whatever it is you gotta do to survive. I get that.
Okay, what do you want to show me?
I feel so bad for Buddy. It's the first time we've heard the score in a minute, so something crazy about to jump off.
Go get it. Come on.
How can you even stay focused to do all that? That's crazy. This is so uncomfortable.
Let's go.
You over here watching The Exorcist? Yeah, that's too much. I know he's probably high as a kite too. You probably over here trying to fight, passing out, sitting here with this crazy ass dude.
Okay.
So,
you know, both of these actors are giving a hell of a performance. A hell of a performance. Oh, this is bananas. Yo, and the heartbeat, you could just, it's like we're in that. We're in that right now. Yo, he's too high to do anything right now. There you go. Take the knife, grab the knife. Crazy. That door is crazy. Come on, my guy. Come on, dog. You can get out of this. Yo, don't stop. Keep stomping him. Oh. Oh, you let him get up.
Kill me!
I'm like, I know you got to hear that.
Help! Somebody call the police! Help me!
Oh, he's like out, gone. He ain't got no haste. He ain't worried about getting caught. No, none of this. Just gonna smoke a cigarette, huh? Dude got away, go and get help. You just chilling. He must be, we must be at like the end of his murder spree. He just must be tired or something. That's the only thing I could think of.
Motherfucker. Whoa. Stay where you are.
Look, you can't even get help. You know this is not gonna go right. Yo, did they bring him back? Well, at least they'll be able to smell like the death, right?
Well, like I said before, we were just playing around, and
How are they gonna just let him just talk through the door like that?
Yeah, sure.
Then this should be easy peasy, right? Should be easy. Do they smell the madness?
You want to come in?
Hell no. I'm staying right here.
You don't see the blood?
Family sent me a bunch of meat, but it all went bad.
Is there anyone else here right now?
No. Where's this key, you think?
Yo, y'all ain't investigating the smell? Y'all ain't looking at, y'all don't see the blood? There's blood on the bed, my guy. It's on the bed. Thank you. You don't see the plastic vat? This is infuriating.
Okay, and where now? Is that in a drawer?
You're not gonna ask about the blood?
So yeah, bedside table.
Here.
It's right.
Stand there.
You don't.
Sorry.
Bruh. I can't.
Oh, okay.
You don't.
Photos.
That's the gay stuff.
Chopped off head. Boom.
Goddamn.
Pull your gun out, my guy.
Yeah, I got it.
Thank you.
Sir, we're under arrest for the attempted murder. The man out there.
Damn this dude.
Right to remain silent.
I can't believe it took him this long.
Ma'am, back in your
Clearly.
I'm not going back
inside.
in my apartment. No, you
Nobody in until the detectives
you
show.
Listen to me. And because I called you. I called you.
This man has a head in the fridge.
So what did y'all find in there? Huh? What did you find in there?
That's bananas. All of that, like, just smacked right in their face, and they still had to sort it out.
What is it?
It's Jeff.
Yo, crazy ass, whatever, son. Yeah. How in the world do you create something like that? Look at the way everybody looking at this dude.
Jeffrey was arrested late last night.
Arrested for what?
Attempted murder. We'd just like to ask you some questions about it.
Attempted? Y'all saw the photos?
Well, he was always He was a strange boy.
And he went straight into he was a strange boy.
When his mother and I divorced, it was very hard on him.
Yo, I wonder what he did to that kid.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry for becoming emotional. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
Can you imagine what these cops are thinking?
Is there anything else you'd like to tell us?
You ain't gonna ask who he tried to murder?
For, too much anesthesia. It's haunted me.
A hernia operation.
How does that? Yeah.
There was a human head in his refrigerator.
In the fridge, my guy.
In the bedroom, there was 5 more skulls.
Skulls.
Other body parts that he was attempting to dissolve or...
He just did this from the crib? Yo, son.
Now, we realize that this is a lot for you to process, so we're gonna leave you alone for a few minutes to,
Yo, you gotta put him on suicide watch, because I don't know how you hear that.
we can keep talking.
Nah, don't let him process it. Just keep hitting him with questions, because that's enough to make anybody go mad. Yo. What did you do to this boy? This man said a hernia. He had a hernia surgery, and he drove him to go eat people and collect bones and hearts and skulls. And look, he's just kind of chill.
Some neighbors here had complained of a
How you gonna try and man up after hearing that?
15 human body.
It's obvious that has been a number of human specimens found within the deposit. And to a certain extent,
And you've been over there smelling death for God knows how long.
I believe the suspect may have used the acid to dissolve body parts. Neighbors also say they
Yeah, you know it's gonna be a ton of people out there. Oh, how can you even stay in that spot? Still smell that smell. You just going about your day.
The entire building's a crime scene. There's toxic chemicals in here that could be a hazard.
Wait. How many did you find?
Yo, the whole building, the whole thing is a crime scene. This was a lot more than I expected, I have to admit. This was a whole lot more than I expected. In a disturbing way, but also good from the filmmaking standpoint, good. It feels like a horror movie. That whole thing felt just like a horror movie with the guy Tracy. Everything from the pacing to the acting to just the beats that were taken, the unknown. We had some jump takes. Like, I can't remember the last time I saw something that's based off of a real event that took a horror approach. You know, that's kind of new to me. If you know of any other projects that have done this, went about it this way, like turned it into a horror movie, let me know. I mean, like, I'm not talking about like hearsay kind of stuff, like the House on Haunted Hill kind of stuff. I'm talking about like this kind of stuff with serial killers and people doing these egregious deeds and stuff like this. Like this had an odd tone for some historical, I guess, truths. I'm having a hard time even putting it together. But the thing that was the most haunting to me was the quiet moments, right? When there was no score, and you're just looking at Dahmer, and Dahmer is looking at Tracy, and Tracy's just trying to figure it out. The thing is, what's infuriating is because, like, you know, in most horror movies, you always talk about what you would have done. You know, I would have done this, I'd have done that. There's no way it would have caught me. This, that, and the third, and blah, blah, blah. And that may hold true for a lot of people in a lot of different situations. But when you're looking at it through the eyes of Tracy, who's smaller than him, they did a really good job casting, because he's smaller than Dahmer. He seems a little bit more meek in his presence. And you can't just, I guess he wasn't capable of just overpower this dude and just get out, right? So he had to change gears and be like, okay, what's the best way I can kind of like survive this situation? And he had to, you know, flirt and do all of that in order to keep him at ease, to keep, you know, Dahmer from slicing his throat right then and there. There's so many times I'm damn near screaming at the screen. I'm like, yo, hit him in the head with the lamp, choke him out. But if that dude is just bigger than you, if your opponent, if whoever it is that's around you is just that much bigger than you, you're not left with a whole lot of options that are graceful, you know? So he in a lot of ways kind of like rolled over on and showed his belly kind of thing, you know, like I submit just to give me more time. I may be taking like a really big step on what I'm about to say, but you know, when you think of, well, excuse me, not you, when I think of like, I've talked to people that have been in like domestic issues and domestic disputes, and you see it on TV a lot if you haven't talked to anybody. And there is, for me being a guy, when I've talked to the women that have gone through these kind of situations, you know, there's a part of me that's just like, yo, just hit him in the head. You know, I ain't gonna take that, crack him in the head and leave. You know, it's one of those kind of things. But when you're cornered in a situation, and they did a really good job showing that in this with a man, you know, which makes it even more revealing. And you can't just, you know, fisticuffs your way out of this. You can't just knock heads, and you have to figure out a different way. And my dude, Tracy, he had to submit, you know. It's just interesting to see it in this way, and the way that the camera moves around, it makes it so personal. Like so many of the shots were just like right up close in your face, you know. Those uncomfortable moments, the ones that you even see with Dahmer, the what's his name, Evan Peters playing Dahmer, they're so good because there's bits of torment that's going on. There's bits of anger that you can see. He looks tired, you know, he looks in a space that you don't know what's going to happen. And he shows it to us. Like the director wants to make sure that we see this so that we can get a better understanding of what Tracy sees, right? And you can feel that. Like me, I'm a pretty big dude, man. I mean, relatively speaking, compared like to the average guy, right? You know, I'm over 6 feet, over 200 pounds. You know, my go-to is that, you know, I'm gonna do this. But if I wasn't, I was in somebody else that's like 6'5", you know, 250. I gotta change tactics, and you see that look in his face, like you see that look that Dahmer gives. It's gonna make you change your whole game plan up. But it's also infuriating too, because poor Tracy, he's walking into this situation, and you see all the red flags. You smell the smell. You see the blood stains on the bed. The place is amiss. We're not going to where you said that you were going to be taking me. You know, it's like so many times you just want to be like, why are you this dumb? You are the person that's in the horror movies, you know? But then when you see it play out beat for beat, it just makes you see it from a different angle. Like, don't get me wrong. Listen, I'm just telling you. Couldn't be me. I know I'm not supposed to take it this lighthearted, but to me, you know, I haven't been in that situation. I don't know how to respond it, but I can tell you what I think would have gone down. It just wouldn't have gone down like that. You know, just no way. But I respect the fact that the director and the writer and the creator of this content has put it in a way that's very convincing. It leads to me to believe and be like, okay, I can see how that kind of happens. The other thing that's infuriating, and you have to keep in mind, like, all this is coming from the perspective of a black man in America. Yo, my man is leaving. Tracy's leaving. He gets out. He sees the police. And the only thing I'm thinking about is not if the police are going to help. I'm wondering if they're going to shoot this dude. You know, he got the handcuffs on. He's definitely rattled. He's high. You know, I was like, they about to kill this dude. And Jeffrey's gonna get away with whatever it is. So I had anxiety. I had just as much anxiety when the police was there as I did when Dahmer's doing his thing. The other thing that's really telling and interesting is the father. I've seen this guy before that plays Dahmer's dad. I feel like he's gonna bring a lot to the table. When the phone rings, he wakes up, and you know his wife is kind of like looking off, like, here we go again with Jeff. Jeff's doing that thing that he always does, that weird thing that he does, and he just comes in like, okay, what's this crazy thing that Jeff's done now? And you can see the slow breakdown And he doesn't, and he misses all of the cues too. Like as soon as he's walking in, he's oblivious to how everybody in the police station is looking at him. He's oblivious to as he's sitting across from the table looking at these cops. And the sheer just shock and I don't even know. They're probably just confused and like, you're this person's father? Like, I can't imagine the questions that must be going through his head. And yet Dahmer's father is still oblivious up until the point where they're like, no, it's your son that did these things. And we got receipts that's going to absolutely blow your mind. And that moment that the actor has, his name is Richard Jenkins is the name of that actor. That moment where they leave him for him to kind of like process everything, and they leave us with him to see him process it, and you can see him to like try to like man up a bit in this situation and break down and man up and break down. At least that's how I interpreted it. So it leads me with a lot of questions as the viewer. It's like, yo, what kind of father were you? You know, this is probably the most traumatic thing anybody in their entire lives could ever hear. And instead of like being like most mere mortals, the rest of us, and just breaking down, he's still trying to like halfway keep it together. And then the floodgates open when you hear about how much damage this man has done. And I mean, in Dahmer, the heads in the freezers, the heads in the vegetable crisper, the hearts in the deep freezer, the bleached bones, the skulls, the body parts in the acid, like, and then the lady that's living next door, you hear her shouting and screaming at the police, like, I've been trying to tell y'all this, and nobody came down here. Now she's got to leave her house, and and she's asking, you know, one of the more poignant questions, you know, how many? You know, I can't even imagine the guilt she must feel, because you hear it, you know, and Dahmer seemed like a bigger kind of dude, maybe. And if the police can't help you, it's not like you finna just go kick down doors if you're a smaller woman who's not, you know, really built for that kind of thing, and you've reached out for help, and you just got to sit there and listen to it. Whew, that's a lot. Yeah, I could go on and on about this. This is just a testament to how good this show is going to be. I can understand why people don't want to see this. I completely understand, because this is not for the faint of heart. And if you are somebody that is of the community, if you're black and gay in the community of Milwaukee and Wisconsin, you know, there's a good possibility that you're only a few degrees of separation from somebody who knows somebody or whatever, or maybe it's happened in your community. And I can't imagine that kind of trauma and reliving it, you know. I understand, like, some of I heard that it was like what is it? What do they call it? Like horror porn. I forgot the term when it's just like when it's over gratuitous violence. It's just way too much, and there is that. But I think the thing that's the most chilling are the quiet moments with Dahmer. The interaction that he has with his prey. It's not just the gore that's traumatizing. It's the fact that this man exists and you get to sit and watch him do his thing. It's a lot of episodes left. So, yo, let me know if you want me to keep doing it. Sorry for that. The breakdown was so long. It's just a lot to talk about. Let me know what you think. Let me know if there's anything that you can compare this to. Please, no spoilers. Like I said, I don't really know the complete story of Dahmer. So I do want to be surprised. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and let y'all go, man. Thank y'all so much. I'm still processing this. This was a lot. All right. Yeah, thank you so much for hanging out. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, go ahead and hit that subscription button, because, you know, you see me, I'm over here just chopping it up, breaking it down. We can even break down the scenes, the tones. Oh my gosh, we could do so much with this. Anyways, please give me that thumbs up. Of course, that's how the people know that you're digging what I'm giving you. That being said, I'm hoping to see you on episode 2. All right.